a tried to come up with something that rhymed with ball, but it didn't work. I don't know anything that really crawls that rhymes with ball. I don't know. These Marines just going to be able to fend off these Mutalisks right here, stimmed, and actually Mutalisks, not enough Marines there to take them all out, and those Mutalisks got a few Marine kills, which is going to help quite a lot. Just a couple Banelings over here defending this third, and an Overlord over here just to kind of detect any drops that may be happening. And the Zerglings moving down. Looks like they're going to come right over here and go for a surround. A two-pronged attack from the Zerg, and that's exactly what you need to do. Oh, gets that missile turret right before it finishes. It was literally 25 seconds out of 25 seconds. Wow, right before it finishes. Crazy stuff from Slush right there. Just perfect timing window to enter in and kill that little SCV. And this Overlord, poor Overlord's going to get taken out. He's just been chilling there the whole game, and now all these Marines are like, hey, you're not allowed here anymore. So they take him out. But Mutalisk grouping up with the Zerglings again, and just leaving a few Banelings back here, just in case there's a counterattack from a few Marines. Maybe a drop, or you know, just any of that standard shenanigans stuff. Got a random spine crawler in the middle here, which is just nice to fall back on. As soon as he hits this creep, that movement speed increase, take him right to the spine crawler, and they've got a little place to stand down and fight for a little bit longer. Going for a fourth expansion around the 15-minute mark, and you know, always good to be one base ahead, no matter who you are, but especially as Zerg. If you're not one base ahead, that's bad news as a Zerg player. And he's just kind of chilling out right now, making 24 Zerglings. Got 1 armor and air attack level 1 on the way. And these Zerglings, I believe, just have the 2 attack. Yes, they do. Taking in, rushing in, taking out that missile turret. That supply depot is probably going to burn to death. Taking out a couple tanks as they come out from the correction facilities, and those Zerglings did get surrounded by those SCVs. Didn't last very long, but we're able to do a little bit of damage. If we take a look at the workers killed tab, I believe it's this one. Boom. Yep, workers killed. Oh, he only got 3 there with those Zerglings, but still making it a little bit harder for Spades. Just annoying, really. And we got 174, and he hit Slush is actually supply block there. They both are. My goodness. Not something you see every day when both players are supply blocked and forget about it. He's had 6 Overlords on the way, so he's not going to be supply blocked for long anymore, which is great for him. This is so many Mutalisks right here. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's like 30-something. 32 Mutalisks that he's got, Slush has. 50 Zerglings, actually 18 Banelings, and 80 drones to 79 SCVs. So the worker count's really, really close right now. If you could just get a couple lucky Banelings on this, those Marines would all be so dead, especially with that +2 attack. Yes, he does have shields, but he also is probably going to stim, which will take him down. And the Banelings have +2 attack, so they do 43 damage versus light. So after they stim, it's probably a one-shot, especially with the Claves bouncing from the Mutalisks. This tank's just coming down here, kind of trying to free up this watchtower, but bad choice by Spades, getting taken out by his score of Mutalisks. That is so many Mutalisks. Taking a scan right here, just to kind of peek in and see what's up. Those Zerglings trying to surround those Marines, and getting a lot of friendly fire from these siege tanks. Not a good idea. And I believe Slush was the winner of that one. Yes, resources, units lost tab shows, you know, 4,000 for Slush and 5,200 for Spades, almost 5,300. But yep, we got ground level 2 armor coming up for Zerg, and Infestors on the way, and a couple more spine crawlers, and more Banelings, just a little bit. Just heard them morphing right there. Yep, there they are. And wow, fungal growth on these units to hold them down, lock them in place, and then the Banelings can just roll in and take them out. Counterattack with these Mutalisks, going to easily be able to take out all of these missile turrets, and now he's got a free shot at those SCVs, but looking like he's backing away, just kind of a little bit worried. However, all these Marines down here stimming, and we got Medivacs healing them up. The fungal growth going to be used. Is it? Is it? Oh, the Banelings running in. taking out Overlords, supply blocking Slush quite heavily. 58 Zerglings on the way for Slush, and the Banelings, nice spread of those Marines, just keeping the Banelings a little bit not quite as cost effective as Slush wanted, but wow. 180 supply to 161 right now. Take a look at the units tab. We have 75 workers to 79 drones, so it's really, really close right now. It could be anyone's game. Slush is just a little bit ahead, but only by like 4 supply. Now he's coming in with these Mutalisks, picking off those tanks, picking off the Marines. That is way too many Mutalisks for that many Marines to handle, or even try to handle. And now stimming with a couple more Marines just to kind of fend them off, and just keep them at bay a little bit longer. Spades going for his 4th, and Slush just still on 4 bases as well. Quite a few tanks here. Very heavy tank army, surprisingly, for all these Mutalisks that he's going against. Transferring quite a few SCVs, and still hasn't landed that because that pesky little Zergling that's been there. And moving in with these Mutalisks one more time, going to be picking off these tanks on the high ground. Not enough Marines here to deal with it, but more reinforcing Marines have stimmed. They're on their way, and these Mutalisks are going to have to fly away and try and attack another day. Yeah, there we go. I rhymed that time, and it was pretty quick, too. Light on my feet, I'd say. Running in with a few more Zerglings, easily going to be able to take out all these SCVs. Well, would have if they had not started running away. But, yeah, good move there. He actually got quite a few kills, I'm sure. Yes, 16. Is he going to be able to get any more? No, he does not. He goes for the Marines instead. 16 workers puts him behind quite a bit. He is now 70 to 79. And still doesn't have his 4th base up and running quite yet. Moving in with these Mutalisks, going to be able to pick off a couple tanks right here. Oh, no, he actually does not. How much HP does that tank have? 7 HP. Wow. Alright, we have the Crackling upgrade, which means that they attack 20% faster. Where the crap is he spawning? Wasn't it up here? Ah, it's behind the Greater Spire. Yeah, see? No more upgrades right here, so moving into these Zerglings, Banelings, and Mutalisks, using Fungal Growth, just as I said, to trap those units. Keep them stationary so that they cannot run away from these Banelings, so they can't split up. They're just a great little target for a massive acid explosion to hit. We have 5 Broodlords for Slush as he went Hive Tech and then straight to Broodlords. And Broodlords, I don't know quite how Spades is going to deal with these. I mean, all he has is Marines. He doesn't have any Vikings. He only has 1 Starport, which he's just been pumping Medivacs out of. And yeah, they're not looking good for Spades at all right now. Wow. He's got Infestors, Zerglings, Banelings, Mutalisks, Broodlords, just so many, and he's full supply right now, 200 to 152, and just barely getting 1 Viking and a few more Marines. We have Flyer attacks level 2 and Zerg melee attacks, and Marines only have 2 attack and the tanks only have 1, so if we're looking at upgrades right now, Slush is totally in the lead. Oh, and getting a nice round on those Marines because of that Fungal Growth. Oh, it doesn't quite pick them off. Oh, that 1 Broodling gets in there, and the Siege Tank Friendly Fire takes out the rest of those Marines. This little blockade of Siege Tanks being surprisingly effective against all these ground units. However, now these Broodlords are going to be able to poke in here and easily take out those tanks, as well as the Mutalisks now that the Marine support is gone. I believe that Slush has won this game. It is now 192 supply to 102. I don't see, yep, how Spades can come back. There he goes. GG's out of the game. Well played. Yep, just a standard, you know, clan game from Root Gaming. Pretty fun to watch when clan members go at it like this. They're very well mannered towards each other, and it's usually always a fun game to watch. Sometimes they whip out crazy strategies, and yeah, just good games all around. But yep, Starcraft in use here. Sorry I haven't been casting for a while. Just came back. Finding a few more replays online. Hopefully I'll be able to upload a few more within the next couple days. But yeah, Root Gaming for you. Give it up for them.